whatever would be supportive to you. I'll put the music on. There we go. Okay. We'll put us on mute. Okay. Let's just find a comfortable place to settle into, whatever that looks like for you, whether you're seated or laying down. Feel free to bring any movement as you settle in. Sometimes it's hard to just come to stillness, so really honoring that. And noticing what you're bringing into the practice this morning. Noticing how your thoughts are moving, how your body is feeling, how your breath is flowing. And feel the connection of your body on the ground. Notice the touch points right now. The parts of your body that are connected to the earth, to the ground. And in this class, yoga for resilience. A couple things we would like to remember or think about. That knowledge that every cell, every organ, every tissue in the human body is controlled by our nervous system. And we have these practices that we can come to that can really set the stage. And it could be so many different things in our life. It could be a more organized meditation, yoga practice. It could be outside, barefoot in the dirt, gardening. And really noticing and appreciating what it is we have in our lives that offer that to us. Our pets, our loved ones. So I just wanted to share, there's a book by Don Miguel Ruiz. He wrote the 4 Agreements. You may or may not have heard of it. And the first one is to be impeccable with your word, which he refers to as the hardest one to keep. And what we can do is really to return, the word that's spoken outward and the words almost sometimes more importantly spoken inward, right? What we say to ourselves and how that connects to our nervous system. So we can return to the 3 gates of saying, is it true? Is it useful or necessary? And is it kind? And so we can run our inner and outer words through these filters. And our words might land a little bit sweeter to ourselves, to others. So again, I'll just repeat that. Is it true? Is it useful or necessary? And is it kind? And just notice where, how that resonates for you, any feelings, sensations that might be present. And then bringing some awareness to our breath. Notice where you feel the breath, where you feel the sensation of fullness. How are you experiencing the settling, the exhale? And I'll offer us a breathing practice that speaks right to the parasympathetic nervous system, that rest and digest. Right, so it's where we tap right into the vagus nerve. That's controls the nervous system, right? So let's just take about 3 full breaths. Nice deep full breath in through the nose, out through the nose or mouth, whatever serves you. And 2 more just like that. Beautiful. And then I'll lead us into where we inhale I'll say the count of 4 and exhale to the count of 6. Of course, you never have to keep to those numbers. And the idea is just to have that exhale be longer than the inhale. So I'll just go through about 2 rounds counting and then I'll let it go so you can find what sits well for you. As you're ready, you can inhale to the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, moving on at your pace. And just trying to keep that exhale longer than the inhale. As you're doing this breath, just noticing your experience. You might feel your belly gurgle. Those are just signs that you're into that parasympathetic nervous system. I invite you to take 2 more cycles. as you're ready, coming back to your natural breath. And once again, taking a moment to notice maybe any shift. Noticing your experience in this moment. Thoughts, sensations, emotions. Beautiful. And then finding something in this moment that you feel grateful for. Picturing it in your mind's eye. You might envision writing it down. And getting into that felt sense of gratitude. Gratitude really helps bring us into the present moment. Right? And then setting an intention for your practice today. And perhaps for the week. Maybe an energy, an emotion, feeling that you would like to cultivate. Nice. And then from here, I'll offer us a couple little somatic practices. So perhaps taking your right hand, bringing it underneath your left armpit, and your left hand might just come outside your right upper arm or shoulder, wherever it reaches. It could be the elbow. And breathing. Nice. And then from here, just slipping your hands where you kind of hook thumbs. And so your fingers are like making a butterfly, if you will, and bringing your hands to your chest. We'll do a little bilateral tapping. So tapping one set of fingers, tapping the other, just very gently on the chest. Feeling your breath. Noticing what's moving through you. Nice. And then from here, taking your hands together, and we're going to rub them, creating some warmth, creating our own energy. A little self-Reiki. And then taking the heel of your hand and just gently placing it over your eyes. And then your fingers can just rest at your scalp. Beautiful. And then sliding the hands down to your chin. So really resting your head in your hands. Beautiful. And then releasing the hands down, bringing any intuitive movement into your body. Might be your shoulders, your neck. Notice what wants to move right now. Beautiful. And then take your time. We can start in a seated position. Making sure that wherever you're seated, you feel supported in your body, whatever that is like for you. You might sit up on something if that feels helpful. Your legs can be out, they can be crossed, whatever feels comfortable. I just like to have my knees lower than my hips. And again, that's me. It's what feels nourishing to my hips and my lower back. And then let's just bring some gentle movement into the shoulders, some rounding, letting the head move in any way that it wants. Nice. And then releasing that down. And let's take a look off to our left, opening your eyes, noticing what you notice, and just remembering the spot. We'll do our fascia release. So noticing your end range of motion. And then we'll look off to the right. And again, noticing whatever it is that you see, we will remember that. Bringing the head back to center. Bringing your index finger right at the bottom of the ear and that cartilage, and then the thumbs come behind the earlobe, and we'll just massage the ears, circling, pulling, tugging. And reversing your circles. Beautiful. And then letting that go, and then taking each finger with the opposite hand and really circling it, giving it a tug. Lots of movement. It's nice. We're not only dealing with the entire fascia sleeve, we get into all these joints that we don't always bring such mobility to. Nice. We're just going to take our hands, our elbows are down, slowly reaching the fingers up, and let's engage your fingers really wide. I have them like as tight as they can be, reaching back. And then just let that go. And let's check out our range again. So turning off to your left, noticing if it feels a little more spacious. And turning off to your right. I always notice it so much in one direction. You know, obviously it's wherever you're tighter. Beautiful. And then coming back to center, let's bring the left hand out in front of us with your thumb up towards the sky like we're hitchhiking. Shoulder is down. And we're going to open it out to the side. And as we do, release your second finger, your third finger, your fourth finger, and your fifth finger. And I'm going to follow it with my gaze, bringing it back. And then let's bring the pinky in, bring the fourth finger in, the third, the second, and then our hand is back out in front of us. Beautiful. Releasing that down, other side, right hand in front. The thumb is up. And we'll slowly open the second finger as we reach that right arm back. Third, fourth, fifth. And then we'll bring it back. Pinky, fourth finger, third, second, and we're back to the right in front. Nice. And then let's let that go. Nice. We'll do one more for this upper body, bringing your left hand right out in front, making a little bit of a fist. And then we're going to send it all the way back. And then perhaps looking off a bit to your right. And then we bring it all back to center. So my fist is facing out, head is facing forward, and then we're going to bring it back. I'm going to look off to my right, bring it back, and one more time. Noticing where you're feeling that, noticing the sensation. Beautiful. Let's switch sides. Right hand right out front, and then we'll press it back, looking off towards your left, and then bringing it back. Take that 2 more times. And you can turn your head, or you can bring your ear to your shoulder. Not everyone enjoys ear to the shoulder, so you choose what feels right for your body, and you bring it back. Beautiful. Again, a little rolling, maybe bringing your fingertips to your shoulders. Very slow and intentional movement here. Nice. And then we can let that go. I'm going to come off my big block just to kind of open up through the bottom half a little bit. So lengthening the left leg out to the side. You could still be sitting on a blanket if you'd like to help tilt the pelvis forward. That might feel best in your lower back. And just letting your left arm just come down, your leg opening, your front body. The right shoulder might come back. Maybe the right arm reaches over. And just take a breath here. Feel that right rib cage expanding. Beautiful. On the next inhale, we can reach the right arm up and over, landing behind you, and then maybe lifting the hips, creating a long line from your toes to your fingertips. Any movement in your left arm that feels good for you. And so this is the week of love, self-love, love for others, love for all beings. Thinking of your heart chakra, we'll open the heart today. Beautiful. And then we can bring the hips down, sweeping the arms up to the sky. Palms touch, and let's bring that right to the heart. And as we do, checking in with your head and your neck, notice if it's coming out a little bit. You might take your fingers and draw the chin in. Nice. And then we can switch sides. So right leg out, we can tuck the left foot in, letting the right arm come down, or maybe it's on the inside as we open the left shoulder. You can stay with your hand on your hip, or maybe it reaches over. And we breathe, breathing into the left lung, filling the space we're creating. Inviting that next breath to lift you up, landing the left hand behind you, and then perhaps lifting the hips, creating that long line from your right toes to your right fingertips. You might look down, you might look up. Any movement with your right arm that feels good. Beautiful. And then releasing the hips down. Nice. And then once again, let's sweep the arms up to the sky. Palms touch, and we'll draw it right into the heart. Drawing the chin in just a bit. Nice. And then from here, let's bring the feet out in front, nice and wide. Hands can come behind if you like. And we'll do some hip rocks, letting the knees sway side to side. Next time the knees fall to the left, you can come on up and maybe bring your hands behind you and take a little push-up, if you will. And then we can bring it to the other side with or without the help of your hands. Hands can land behind you, and once again, maybe a little push up. Beautiful. Let's take it back, off to your left. This time bringing your right arm across. Nice big stretch. And we'll do the same on the other side. Let the knees fall towards your right. Left arm can reach out over. Beautiful. And then we can come back to center, and let's find our way onto our backs. And so another somatic practice is literally laying on a hard surface, letting your body really know where it is in time and space. So feeling that connection to the earth. And definitely bring you into this moment. It can be helpful for that. And so let's bend into our knees with our feet on the ground and just tilt the pelvis towards you, pour it away, bring some love to the lower back, shoulders nice and wide. Beautiful. And releasing that. And then we'll draw the right knee in. Left knee could stay bent on the ground, or you can let it go long, whatever feels interesting. We'll send that right foot to the sky, do point, flex, and bend the knee. We'll do that about 5 times, that sciatic nerve flossing. Beautiful. And then from here, you can keep that right foot up at the sky. If you have a strap or a towel that you'd like to use, you can just bring that around the ball of your right foot. Let the shoulders be nice and wide. And notice if your knee is bent, and if it is, maybe sending your leg further away so you can get that stretch. It's not about how far we can bring our leg to our face. It's really just getting a stretch in the hamstring, wherever that is for you today. It could be completely different than yesterday or tomorrow. We're here right now. Beautiful. And then bringing the right leg just a little bit off to the left, not very far. So you should feel a stronger sensation, or you might feel a stronger sensation through the back of the knee. Perhaps down the IT band. Nice. And then bringing your right leg towards the left shoulder. Feel free to have a bend in the knee, more of that half happy baby. Beautiful. If you have a strap, releasing the strap, we can put that aside. And let's make some really big circles with your whole right leg. Opening, closing the hip. We'll do about 3 or 4 in one direction. Trying to only move the leg and the hip. And then reversing your direction. Staying out of pain. So if you find an area that does not feel good, move away from it. This isn't about anything other than bringing movement to the joint. Beautiful. And then we can take this to the other side. So we'll bend the left knee in, right leg could go long or bent. Hands can go behind the thigh, or of course you can use a strap here, and we'll do that flossing. So foot to the sky, give it a point and a flex and a bend. Do that several times. So good if you have any sciatica issues. Nice. Beautiful. And then if you'd like to use a strap or band, sending that or keeping that left foot up at the sky, shoulders are wide. And finding that place where you feel that stretch in your hamstring. Coming back to your breath, your center. Nice. And then perhaps bringing your leg a little bit off to the right, not too far. The left hip is still grounded. And the sensation might change for you. It's a lot stronger for me behind the knee and the calf. Nice. And then we can bring that left leg towards the left shoulder, bringing a bend to the knee, sole of the foot to the sky, kind of that half happy baby. Beautiful. And then releasing the strap, we'll put that aside, bringing the knee in towards the chest, and again, opening it out to the side, nice big circles with your whole left leg, really nourishing the joint, the whole left hip. And reversing those circles, those movements. Beautiful. Let's take a long, full stretch. You might reach your arms above your head, maybe interlace your fingers, press your heels away. Full breath in, sigh it out. Bending into our knees, feet on the ground. We can set up for a bridge pose. If it's helpful to you to have a block between, landed on my face, between the thighs, you can bring that. And feeling all four corners of your feet as you start to press the hips up. And feeling as if you're drawing the soles of your feet towards you, squeezing into the glutes and not letting the pelvis fall forward, fall away from you. Open chest, open heart. Beautiful. Full breath in. Long breath out. On your next exhale, slowly coming on down, one vertebra at a time. Nice. And then if you are using a block between the legs, just taking that maybe on the widest setting and pressing into the block about 20-30%. It's finding that space in the pelvis, really, releasing anything through the SI joint, It's such a nice reset for the SI joint. Beautiful. And from here, you can keep that direction if you're using the block, or maybe make it a little bit smaller depending on how it feels in your body. And then lifting the knees so they're above the hips. So we're just gonna wake up the core a bit. And as you bring your knees up, just check in with your lower back. If you start to arch, if you do, see if you can press that lower back into the ground. So the core is lightly engaged. I'm pressing lightly into this block. And definitely pressing, yet keeping that lower back connected to the earth. Beautiful. You might bring your hands up to the sky, rolling into your wrists, opening and closing your fingers. Check in with that lower back again. It might tend to open up the ribs. You want to keep the ribs knitted together here. Nice. And then let's release that block. You can put it to your side. And then option to lengthen the right leg, reaching the left arm back and drawing it all back to center and switching sides. Now you can of course keep the knee bent and tap the toe down. That might work better for you. Do what works with the arms. Breathing through your movements here. Nice. Maybe one more set if you're still going. Beautiful. And then drawing the knees in, rock it side to side. Give your lower back a really nice massage here. Full breath in, long breath out. Nice. From here, we'll take it right into tabletop. So feel free to roll yourself into it, to come to your side and come into it, whatever works for you. Taking your time. Let's inhale the right arm up towards the sky, starting to open up right here. And your next exhale will thread the right hand behind the left, reaching off to your left. Beautiful. Inhaling back up to the sky. And releasing the right hand down. Take the same for the left. Inhaling the left arm. On your exhale, threading behind the right, reaching out. Beautiful. Inhaling back up. Feel that open sense in your heart space. And then left hand can come down. Nice. We'll take some cat-cows. Nice full breath. The heart opens. Belly drops. Exhale, rounding. If it feels good, you might even send the hips back. And inhale, belly drops. Heart reaches forward. Exhale, rounding. Finding your pace, your movement. Beautiful. Find our neutral spine here. Option to tuck the toes and send the hips to the sky, downward facing dog, stretching out the spine. You can always take this with your hands, a wall, on a chair. Beautiful. If it serves you, inhaling the left leg up towards the sky. You might bend into your knee, open the hip. Nice. And squaring off the hips, bringing that left foot down. Same option for the right side. Stacking the hips if that feels good. Beautiful. Bringing that right foot down. Let's roll the body forward. For plank pose, your knees can be up or down. And then coming down to our belly, hugging the elbows in. Take an inhale to cobra. Be really light on the hands here. And exhale down. Maybe 2 more just like that with your breath. Beautiful. The next inhale, let's press it back. We'll find child's pose. Sending the hips back, knees could be wide or together. Walking your hands to the right. And walking your hands to the left. Beautiful. Coming back to center. Let's inhale back to our tabletop. Extending the right leg long, gathering in through the belly, really light on the wrists and hands. Gaze is down. Neck is nice and long. And we could bend into that right knee and just make some more movements with that hip. And reversing that. Beautiful. Sending the foot all the way back again. The heart might open. Exhale, knee to nose, rounding. And perhaps taking 2 more just like that. Beautiful. And then we can step that right foot forward. So we're in low lunge. You're more than welcome to grab some blocks to find a little bit more space in the heart here. Send the hips all the way back, lengthen through the right leg. Softening through the neck and shoulders here. Beautiful. Inhale back forward into that low lunge. And stay with your hands grounded or perhaps coming on up. Maybe sweeping the arms up. Of course, you can rest your hands on your thigh. And maybe hooking thumbs here and just bringing some movement into our body from your waist all the way up. And reversing that. Beautiful. Letting the hands drop back. Maybe you take a strap or interlace your fingers. Again, open heart. You might envision the color green all through your heart space. Beautiful. And we can release the hands. Bring them down to blocks or the ground. Tucking the left toes. We'll send the hips up and back, finding our pyramid pose here. So lengthening through the legs, drawing that right hip back. And if it serves you to get a little bit deeper in this, I'm going to move my block just to show you. Bending into the left knee and lifting your right toes, feeling like you're dragging your right heel towards you. It gets a deeper stretch all the way up through the glute. Beautiful. And then releasing that. And let's lower down that left knee. Nice. And then we can bring the right knee down as well. Any movement to our spine here, maybe some of those barrel rolls. Nice. And then extending the left leg long. Again, gathering through the belly, core is engaged, neck is long, nice and light on the wrists. And you might bend into the left knee in nice big circles, circling your whole leg, and reversing that. Beautiful. Extending the left leg long again, full breath in. On the exhale, drawing your knee towards your nose. So feels like cat-cow, maybe two more. Moving with your breath. Beautiful. And then we can step that left foot forward, low lunge on the side, maybe grabbing blocks if that feels good. Shoulders slide down. Nice. You can send the hips back, lengthening through the left leg. Maybe tucking the chin. You might shake your head no. Beautiful. Coming back forward. You can stay right here with your hands down, or maybe lift them up, perhaps bringing them above your head and hooking your thumbs in the opposite direction that you might have done on the other side. And once again, bringing movement through your whole trunk, shoulders, and reversing that. Takes strength, takes balance, keeps us in our bodies. Beautiful. Release the hands down. Tucking the right toes and sending the hips up and back, finding that pyramid on this side. Let the shoulders slide down the back so we're not rounding in the upper back, or that they're not near our ears. Drawing that left hip back a bit. And once again, option, you might step your right foot in a little bit, bend into that right knee. I'm going to lift my left toes and feel like I'm dragging, even though I'm not moving, dragging my left heel towards me. And that gets a deep stretch through my calf, really deep into the fascia, actually. And then soften and release. If that felt interesting, you might take that again. And then release. Beautiful. And from here, we can step the right foot forward so we're standing at the top of our mat. Finding a halfway lift, lengthening the spine. Shoulders are wide, core is engaged. Beautiful. And bend the knees, start to open the heart here. Let's press all the way up. Tall mountain reaching up to the sky. shoulders, raining the hands down, maybe behind you, either holding a strap or interlacing your fingers, or your hands could just be right here beside you. Maybe the fingers are wide. And option to kind of sit back in the hips, weight is in the heels, gaze is down near the top of your mat. Beautiful. If you'd like to pulse here a little bit, you can. Nice. Releasing the hands if they're interlaced. And let's come back up to a nice tall mountain. And bring the hands right to the heart space. Beautiful. From here, let's step the right foot all the way back. We'll drop that right heel, open it up, and we'll find a warrior two. Soft shoulders, left knees bend, feeling the outer edge of your right foot. Nice. You can lift, flip the left palm, reach over, peaceful warrior. Beautiful. The exhale, letting that left forearm rest on your left thigh. Right arm might come across the horizon. Extended side angle. Beautiful. And then we can place the right hand down on the mat, lifting the right heel, and left arm can reach to the sky. You can always drop your right knee here. Beautiful. Left hand comes down. Let's step that right foot forward. So we're in a forward fold, finding a halfway lift, softening down. Beautiful. And then we can step the left foot all the way back. And we'll find that warrior two on this side. Arms come out wide, shoulders soften away from the ears. Checking in with your right knee that it's not falling in. We can flip the right palm, reaching up. Peaceful warrior. On your exhale, resting your forearm on your right thigh. Maybe the left arm comes by your left ear, cheek, or hand could be at your hip. Beautiful. Bringing the left hand down to the ground or a block, lifting that left heel, right arm to the sky. Nice. You can bring the right hand down. If your left knee is lifted, we'll lower that down. Bring the right knee to the left, and let's find a child's pose once again. You might make a pillow for your head, whatever feels really nourishing to you here. Take about 3 breaths. Beautiful. As you're ready, we're going to find your way onto our backs. So just slowly coming onto the back. Lower the screen. Once again, feeling that surface beneath you. Knowing where your body is right now in space, in time. Bring your right ankle to your left thigh. The left foot could stay on the ground, or you might draw it in using a strap or your hands behind your left thigh in that reclined pigeon. The right foot is flexed. Breathing in, breathing out. sides from here, bringing that right foot down, crossing the left ankle over the right thigh, either staying right here or drawing the legs in, relaxing into the feet. Breathing into your hip. Finding some space there. Beautiful. Just release that right foot down, uncrossing the legs. If you have a pillow, a block, a blanket, anything that might work for you to bring underneath your sacrum, into that supported bridge pose. You can stay right here. You can send your feet to the sky. Listen to your body. So sweet for inflammation, for headaches, for sleep. You might come back to your heart space. Breathing into your heart. You are more than welcome to stay right here for your Shavasana, or if it serves you, bringing the feet down. Perhaps removing what's beneath you. Might bring a little bit of windshield wipers back just to release anything that still might be held through the hips. And then finding a place for your body to rest. You might have a pillow under your knees. Your feet might still be at the sky. You might want to lay flat, honoring your body right now. Letting the weight drain. Eyes are soft. Jaw is soft. Breath moves effortlessly. And just be. Waking back to your breath. Perhaps taking a deep inhale, long, smooth exhale. Bringing some gentle movements into your fingers, your toes. Stretch any way that feels nourishing. And if it serves you, rolling to your left or right side, taking a moment to drop in, noticing your experience in this moment, and coming back to your place of gratitude. Slowly making your way up to a comfortable seated position. I invite you to close your eyes or have a soft gaze, perhaps bringing your hands to your heart space, offering yourself love, compassion, and so much gratitude for taking this time for you and sharing your practice with us. The light in me honors the light in you. I hope you have a beautiful day today. Namaste. Thank you so much. Peace being with you all.
Thank you, Cynthia. Have a great week.
Thank you. You too. Enjoy the sunshine.
Thank you. That was just what my body needed. Thank you so much.
So
Thank
good, Doreen.
I feel so much
nice.
better. I was so hurting this morning. Thank you. Appreciate you so much. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.